Welcome back to a course on calculus RS integration. In this lecture, we are going to see a theorem that tells us that lower Riemann integral is smaller than or equals upper Riemann integral. This one we have seen as a remark. Now we wish to prove this one. Okay, here in the proof, let us take P star be a common refinement of the partitions P1 and P2, where this P1, P2, P star are partitions of the interval AB. Okay, so then actually by this what we get, P star as the union of P1 and P2. Right, this tells you your P1 is contained in P star and your P2 is also contained in P star. By the previous theorem, that tells you what, if you have a refinement, okay, if you have a refinement, then your upper sum and lower sum shall be written in this form. That is by the previous theorem, P1 of F alpha is less than or equals L P star F alpha less than or equals U P star F alpha less than or equals U P1 F alpha. Okay, let us mark this as equation 1, and here we have L P2 F alpha less than or equals L P star F alpha less than or equals U P star F alpha less than or equals U P2 F alpha. Let us have this as equation 2. From 1 and 2, what we get is that L P1 F alpha less than or equals L P star F alpha. I am taking the first half from equation 1, and this is of course less than or equals U P star F alpha, and I am going in equation 2. So this gives me U P2 F alpha. Right? Okay, here this is what we get. Now let us rewrite this as L P1 F alpha less than or equals U P2 F alpha. Okay, now let us fix P2. P2 is a fixed partition and take supremum over P1, which means we are finding all possible partitions for this P1 and we are taking supremum. So this is going to be supremum L P1 F alpha less than or equals supremum over P1. We are taking supremum over P1 U P2 F alpha. Since it is independent of P1, it remains the same, but this becomes what? Supremum of the lower sums. Therefore, this leads to the lower RS integral of F. This is less than or equals U P2 F alpha. Okay. Now what we are going to do is that, let me do the remaining part of the proof here itself. Now take infimum over the partition P2. Therefore, infimum over P2 of the integral A to B, that is the lower lower RS integral of F less than or equals infimum of P2 U P2 F alpha. Since this is independent of P2, we get the same, and the infimum of upper Riemann integrals becomes, upper Riemann sums becomes upper Riemann integral, and this completes the proof. Now you may ask me that why to take supremum over P1 and infimum over P2? Why can't we interchange these two things? If you see, okay, suppose we have f of x and the supremum of f of x we denote it as m, which means m will be bigger than or equals f of x for all x, all possible x. This is going to happen, right? When you take supremum, that has to be the largest quantity. Okay, so this is the largest quantity, and that is why we take these things like this. And we know very well that if we take supremum of the lower sums, that would give us lower Riemann integral, and the infimum of upper sums would give us upper Riemann integral. Accordingly, we'll have to apply supremum and infimum, right? Suppose if you proceed with the same partition, if you take a single partition and write these things, LP f alpha less than or equals UP f alpha, if you take supremum or infimum over a same partition, that affects in both the things. That is why we wish to have two different partitions, and hence we may take supremum over a certain partition and infimum over another partition. That does not affect in the other, right?